Hi, my name is Ted Verani. I'm head of business development for Scientific Revenue, and I'm going to talk about how to design annuities into your game. So monetization is something we think pretty deeply about as a company. We think about it on a daily basis, really. So what we do as a company, Scientific Revenue, is we do a machine learning based technology that allows us to dynamically price in-app purchases in your game. So the idea is we are setting different prices to different people. So this game, for example, Farm Animals Revenge. It's not a real game, so I'm sorry. You cannot download it. Don't steal the idea. But the idea here is, what is the, in this case, the large human bridle worth? Frankly, it's worth what someone is willing to spend for it. It's a digital good. There's no marginal cost of production for the large human bridle. You can't sell it to someone else. So that is the right price. So for one player, 99 cents is the right price. For another player, $1.99. The point is they're both happy to make the purchase at that right amount, but that extra dollar you're getting from player B, that goes straight to your bottom line. So that's we're going to talk now about annuities, but let me set the stage, a little bit of background here. So this is a typical game. 95% of the games out in the marketplace right now probably has between 0.5% and a 3% conversion. You're probably 1/4 to 1/2 of your purchasers are going to buy something probably in the first couple of days. But fully 1/3 to 2/3 of players in the game are never even going to go into the coin store at all. They're not going to make a purchase at all. So there's a lot of people, and you know this better than I do, game developers, a lot of people are going to be going to play your game, be highly engaged, enjoy the game, and not buy anything at all. We kind of take that for granted, right? We expect that. We can write them off as, they don't have any money to spend. In some cases, that's true. Or we can say that they just like the game enough. That might also be true. But also, perhaps it wasn't the right offer for them, right? That's another way to think about it, is because some of those people actually do have money and they might be willing to spend. But the challenge is how we offer the game. We tend to offer, we build a game, first of all, so we want people to enjoy playing the game. Then at some point, well, we hope they really like the game a lot to actually buy something within the game, and that's all great. But the way we present pricing and offers is generally just for impulse buyers, right? Some subset, small subset of players are going to come in your game, and they're going to buy in the first day. And we love them. We hope we want more of those people. Another group of players are going to need more engaged. You need a higher level within the game in order to make that purchase. But they're also making an impulse purchase, right? They're either at a level and they really want to get to the next level, so I'm going to buy some coins to push me over the top, right? Or you present some sort of sale, buy now, promotional offer in order for them. But still, you're tapping into that behavior of the impulse purchase. And then a whole huge group of people, the long-term players, who are grinding it out and not going to buy anything at all, right? And we sort of dismiss them, but we want to reach them. So let's think in terms of player psychology. And how do we reach players that don't buy on impulse? And that's the focus of this annuities conversation. So for inspiration, we look at behavioral economics, and we look at specifically the theory of price discrimination. And that's the idea that different people behave differently and are going to respond differently to different prices. And that's an important point. Because some person might be, I need something now, I'm going to go to the coin store, I don't care if 7-Eleven's more expensive, I'm going to buy it. Someone else is going to go, I'm going to go a little further out to the Walmart because I know it's cheaper and I'm going to buy the same thing for a lower price, right? That's the planned behavior, willing to put some extra time and effort in order to get a better deal. Similarly, coupons, right? Coupons is a perfect example. I'm willing to, if you can remember, for generations people have been doing couponing, right? You might remember your mother taking out scissors and cutting out a newspaper coupon, saving them at a later date. I'm going to go and make that purchase.
Excuse me, if I can ask a question, really, because it follows. When you do price discrimination, the community later, they talk to you.
Can we save that for the end? That's actually a pretty meaty, very good question. We get that every day, and be here afterwards. But I would like to get to the meat of the matter. And so how do we? Whoops, went backwards. Sorry. Another further inspiration is daily login rewards, right? If you are doing these already right now, you know how effective they are. If you're not doing a daily login reward, highly recommend you do that. If you want some, the first article, the Gama Sutra, is something that we wrote. You can find it on our website under our blog section. Pretty thoughtful piece on it, why you should do a login reward. We also provided a deep background to a Wall Street Journal article on that subject. But the point of a login reward is it is evidence of that planner behavior that I was just talking about. Someone is going to come to your game every single day and to get a small amount of coins and keep coming back in order to get more and use those, right? That is a planner behavior, and we want to tap into that. So what is an annuity? It's actually an extension of the daily login reward. And this is really, the rest of this talk is actually built off of this article that we wrote, How to Design Annuity. Again, available in Gama Sutra under Bill Grosso. It's also on our website under our blog section. So pretty thoughtful, detailed piece, but I'll talk about that. But I'll use this as a definition. Annuity is a purchase of currency or goods that is delivered over time, the annuity payments. And the actual purchase is then a lump sum paid at the beginning of the annuity. So in effect, we're going to sell coins in your game up front, a large amount, at a very steep discount, and then we're going to deliver those out over a fixed period of time and slowly. Been very popular in Asia for a long while, annuities. Just beginning to get more popular in the West, and we've been working with a lot of people doing this right now. One great example is Nitro Nation by Creative Mopal. They have in their game the ability to get an annuity. They call it the Gold Pass, so you can get 30 coins on a daily basis for $2.99 for 30 days. So it fits the criteria, right? So 30 coins is less. The smallest you can purchase is 100 coins for $1.99. So again, the smaller amount. If you wanted 100 coins with the annuity, you have to wait 4 days to get it. And also a good deal, right? You can buy 250 gold coins for $4.99. But my annuity, actually, I'm going to get for $2.99. I get 900 coins. So it's not just a good deal; it's a fabulous deal. Sign me up. So now, how do you design annuity? So you want to do annuity. You want to design annuity. First point is a key goal here: little or no cannibalization, right? So actually, this can happen even with your login rewards, right? So you want to be careful when you offer a daily login reward, so that you're not giving so much currency for free to where at the end there's nothing for them to buy, right? That's an important point. Similarly with annuities, you should not replace your regular IAP spend. Done properly, the goal is to convert your grinders into spenders. And done properly, the goal is to actually stimulate demand for them to purchase more goods and services, right? We're tapping into people who weren't going to make a purchase. We're offering them a really good deal. They buy that. Now it's a training effect. Now they're going to come back. They're actually going to purchase some coins, get an idea of the value they can get from purchasing it, the pleasure they get from within the game, getting to the next level. Hopefully they're going to come in and purchase more. So doing well, we're adding to the conversion pool, and we're also adding to the retention pool. So here's an example of the simplest annuity that you can do very easily, and I'll talk about a more complicated one a little bit later. First, kind of a key requirement. If you don't have one already, implement the daily login reward. This is also, the good thing is actually the code you're going to use for a daily login reward is more or less going to be reused for your annuity or your VIP, whatever you want to call it. Then you want to make sure it works, right? So you want to make sure your daily login reward works here, and it keeps people coming back. If they're not coming back for free currency, they're certainly not going to come back for currency they purchase, right? They're not going to buy anything there too. And similarly, you want to make sure it doesn't cannibalize revenue, right? You don't want to have to, if I'm giving you 50 coins on a daily basis and you have no incentive to purchase after that, then again, it's going to be hard to sell you an annuity. But if you get through that criteria, then what you can do on a selective basis is just double your daily login reward. So if you're giving 50 coins away for free, call it 100. And then offer it for a fixed price to people who are likely highly engaged within your game and you want to target. Now, that last part is actually a little difficult. And that's what we do from using machine learning technology that allows us to actually segment out players and identify people who are going to purchase very quickly in impulse versus people who are going to be planning their purchase and need a little more time and need a special offer in order to do it. But you want to be able to figure out to do this yourself as well. That's a simple annuity. Now we want to, you can do that, but your games are complex. You have different monetization schemes. How you want to do a more complex annuity. So the idea of the charge, what do you charge for your annuity? The virtual currency on itself sort of seems kind of like a complicated question, right? But the good thing is that you already have all of the information at your fingertips. It's already in your game. But some things you need to know about your game is first, lifetime spending caps. Is it possible to actually buy the game? What I mean here is, take a long-term player, what's the maximum I'm going to purchase within the game? If there is that amount, and it's a relatively smaller amount, then it's going to be harder to actually offer an annuity for that player. Similarly, how difficult is it to obtain currency by playing? Right? If you can just grind it out and get enough currency just by playing, that's then useful for you to buy stuff that you want within the game. Similarly, it's going to be very hard for you to be able to charge annuities. But satisfying that criteria, now we move to minimum and maximum values. What's the amount that I want to offer on a daily basis to people coming into my game? Minimum is easily found. It's your daily login reward, right? So whatever it is that you've offered for free as a daily login reward, call it 100 coins. That's your minimum amount. And you can't sell 100 coins, sorry, you can't give away 100 coins for free and then sell 50, right? There's no point in that unless you actually have lots of little pieces of content that you sell for, say, 50 coins. And then maximum value also is easily found, right? You just need to ask yourself, what is your average daily spend in a game? What's the median purchase amount for players in a game? If you know that information and you know that, say, an average player in my game is going to spend 200 coins, then you got the information. If I'm going to spend, if that's what I'm going to spend, then you don't want to go above that amount. Ideally, you want to go below that amount, right? They should go through the amount they get in the annuity, exhaust that amount of coins, and then ideally go into the coin store and purchase some more. So between the minimum and maximum is what you want to offer. Then once you know the amount, some design considerations for your annuity. How long do you offer it? What's the duration of the annuity period? And here, well, it needs to be long enough to delay most of the rewards. So again, we're trying to segment out your players, trying to hit those people who are planner behavior, who really need to have a good deal in order to make a purchase, separating them from the impulse people. Theoretically, you could have an annuity last forever. This would be highly selective. It's probably only for a whale who's very far into a very deep game, and you would offer it for a very large amount. So rule of thumb, a recommendation, 28 days. 28 days is a good number for annuity. It's a very nice long period, keep people coming back. But you can offer it for as little as, say, 14 days as well. So between 14 and 28 days. You don't really want to go below 14 days because again, it's harder to segment out the behavior for people, and frankly, a 3-day annuity makes no sense at all. Confirmation. You need to click something to get the reward. So here, there's some aspects that's slightly controversial. Because you could go a couple different ways with it. One would be you could, click it or lose it, right? So you're giving them, say, 50 coins a day. You purchase, you need to force them, like a day login, you have to force them to come in order to get it, or they don't get it, right? You do risk a little bit of a consumer backlash there, so we kind of recommend to let them accumulate, but you still need to force them to come in and click it. They need to, and ideally, one very good option, I guess, is to even have them go to the coin store in order to collect their annuity, right? Now it's a training effect, right? We're sending people to a coin store, we're letting them go in there and find, see other things they can buy there, letting them know where they need to go to purchase again. Can lead to some friction in your game, so a little bit depends on your game design around monetization. Deliverables. So you can offer a lot. You could offer virtual currency. You could bundle it up with some items that come in with your annuity. Frankly, our point of view makes it just a little bit too complicated. Simpler is better in this case. Let's just offer them virtual currency. Make it simple and easy. On a daily basis, I come in, I get virtual currency. In terms of delivery schedule, here again, simple is better. You could have a progressive matrix. You can imagine a scenario to where you're going to keep coming back in. I'm going to give the really big annuity in the back end of things too. Our point of view, again, simpler is better. Give me 30 coins on a daily basis, just like Nitro Nation did earlier. Discount level. So what are we going to charge for an annuity? What's the specific coin amount? And this is an important piece here, and you need to get it right. First of all, it needs to be a substantial discount than you would have got. So you look in your coin store, what's the best value? So you could take the lowest single currency amount and then offer it for 1/5 to even 1/3 of that amount, right? So it has to be a really good deal because I'm buying a lot of stuff up front that I'm going to come back and collect. So it's really got to be a fabulous deal like the earlier Nitro Nation example that I said with 900 versus 250 coins. Another good way, if you did a Black Friday sale, that's actually a nice way to find your price too. If you did a Black Friday sale and it worked well for you, then you actually have your price right there. You can take that and apply it to the quantity you're going to offer. And then availability of your annuity. That's an important consideration. So first of all, we already said we want to make, should not be available to people who are going to purchase regular IAPs. Not going to be available to those people who are motivated to make an impulse purchase. It's just the planners. But also, even within that planner segment, right? Once I've given you an annuity, should not offer annuity right away at the end of it, right? You don't just keep them getting, in effect, a subscription or keep buying discounted rates. So ideally, they've now enjoyed their annuity, they've bought some stuff, they're a higher level in the game. We'd rather them go to the coin store and purchase at regular price. Now, if they don't, you can bring back the annuity, but you want to bring it on a selective basis. So the point is make it intermittent on a randomized schedule, and then over time, you want to decrease the frequency of when the annuity becomes available to that player. Then stackability is kind of related to the same point, but you could conceptually sort of stack up annuities on top of each other. Again, a very bad idea. You don't want to let people purchase or receive multiple annuities simultaneously. I think I'm out of time.
A couple minutes.
2 minutes, okay. The zeros is misleading. But that's fine. So I can run through a quick example for you. Oops, sorry, wrong way. Very quick example, kind of pulling all together, is as I mentioned, things you already know in your game, minimum maximum value. So you very quickly were able to determine that 193 coins is the right amount I'd like to give. We always want to make things look psychologically friendly. 193 is a weird amount to give, so we call it 200. What's the cost? Well, okay, we know we're going to do 200 coins on a daily basis. You listen to Scientific Revenue, and we said 28 days, sounds good. So you have 5,600 coins in total. And then, like my earlier example, I said Black Friday sale worked well for us, so let's use that as a pricing point. So in this case, I charged 0.4 cents for the actual Black Friday sale currency. That's for a single coin. Apply that to the 5,600 coins you're going to purchase. We come to $22.40. That also looks weird, so we rank it down to $19.99 because psychologically friendly, and we're in America, and we like to end things at 99 cents to think it's under $20, even if it's not hardly. And that's how you do it. Oops. So that's it. But like I said, we do think a lot about monetization. This is on our website too. We have a blog section, so we do put some long-form content like this annuities article is available 2 weeks ago. Gama Sutra, you can find it in Gama Sutra, or you can find it under our blog section. We also tweet about monetization. We don't just do commercials about ourselves, but if we find news and information is interesting, you can follow us there. Resources, this presentation will be on our resources site as well as videos we have. And then some other people, excellent mailing lists if you don't already signed up. GSB video games, as well as Gaming Insiders are 2 lists I highly recommend that you sign up for. Thank you. And I'm here both days, so I think I ran out of time. If you want to talk.
No, we'll let them ask a question. I love it when you come on because I always learn something, and I think I know everything about monetization and the annuities thing. It didn't even occur to me to time box. Yeah. I mean, I've talked about generators all the time, but the idea of time boxing that is just stunningly clever. And I think in particular what's interesting is you didn't go down the route of subscription-tied pieces on that. And my instinct was always that you would, but it would be interesting to know why you didn't go down that route. I think I know, but
like you, I came from the carrier Java days of gaming. And yeah, that was the model, right? But then you got like $2.99 a month, and we were kind of quietly happy that, hey, they're not even playing, and I'm getting paid, right? It was great in its time. Of course, we both know that free-to-play gaming is when it really took off in terms of revenue.
Exactly.
So we want people to purchase at regular price, right? This is designed so it is like a subscription. You can actually present it as a subscription, but we do give it for a fixed period amount. So get them hooked, get them enjoying your game, and then have them buy something regular price. But if they don't buy, offer it again.
Offer it again. Make lots of sense to me. Did anyone have any?